Well, so if you're in the market for a premium hatchback but don't really want to follow the herd mentality, then I reckon that you should check out the Ford Freestyle Flair. Now this of course is the new version of the car, and it comes with a host of new things on the outside, especially these red colored mirrors are very good to look at. The interiors also have been freshened up and are different from the regular version of the Freestyle, but we'll jump into all those things later. But before beginning, here's a quick message from budmo.com. If you're planning to buy any spare part for your vehicle, you should check out budmo.com. You can also download the app. It's available for both Android as well as iOS devices. And the best point about Budmo is the fact that they offer you the most extensive spare parts catalog across all segments of cars. And another good point is that they offer you the same spare part from a host of different manufacturers, different component makers, which means that you get various pricings and price points, which means the flexibility in terms of pricing is greatly enhanced, and you can choose the spare part according to your budget. Now, if you don't like the spare part, you can also send it back within 10 days, and of course, Budmo will return all your money to you if the part is returned within the 10-day limit. Now, Budmo are the online experts when it comes to spare parts, and they offer you doorstep delivery without any issues whatsoever. They offer you genuine spare parts and the best pricing as well. So check out the website today and download their app as well. It's a double thumbs up from my side to budmo.com. Well, so talking about the cabin of the Ford Freestyle, what's so new about this car on the Flair version? Well, the red is there everywhere inside this car. You get, of course, red on the door panels, which makes this car look a little more sportier. There's red stitching on the corners of the seat. You also get this huge flare embossed on the seats, which gives it a unique touch. And not only that, this is a good car in terms of safety kit. The top of the line version, of course, gets 6 airbags, which is a great feature. You also get traction control, and you also get anti-roll bars in the suspension, which really does enhance overall safety. What you'll also like about this car is, of course, the solid build quality. Few cars in this segment and this price point can seriously match the solid sounding doors of the Freestyle, and that's something which is very unique and gives you a certain peace of mind factor when you sit in this car with your entire family. The seat comfort is generous as well, and the plastic quality also is quite good. Small switches also are definitely ahead of its main rivals. Which are the main rivals? You can let me know in the comments below. One area though where Ford has cut costs, and something which I don't appreciate, is the fact that Ford has removed the Sync 3 app on this car, which is something which is a very unique touch and simply made the infotainment system stand out from a sea of every other hatchback in this segment. But apart from that, this one also is decent to use. You can, of course, pair your phone with it. You can, use the stereo. The sound quality is also good. But yes, that Ford Sync 3 was something which I truly miss, because that gave this car an extra advantage over its rivals. Overall, a nice place to be in. I'll give the front end of the cabin a good score of 8.5 out of 10. So I'm in the back seat now of the Ford Freestyle Flair, and at the back, as you can see, the place is decent. There's decent knee room, and headroom also is more than sufficient for someone who's my height, which reference is 5'10". So if your chauffeur is about 5'10", 5'11", and you're also 5'10", 5'11", you should be quite okay in these seats. There's a bit of a lump in the floor panel, but it's not too much, so whoever's sitting here can stretch his feet. Ideally, you should have only 2 here, because it's not a very wide car. It's decent, but yes, for short city trips, 3 people should be quite okay. You still don't get AC vents at the back, which is something that some rivals have to offer now, and also the windows don't go all the way down. Now, why don't they go all the way down? You can let me know in the comment section below. Overall though, the seat comfort is very good. The cushioning is good, the backrest angle is good, you get excellent support for your under thighs, the knee and hip angle also is at a nice 90 degree. So seat wise, you don't have too many complaints, but yes, the space could have been slightly better. You could have got AC vents at the back, and the windows could have rolled down, but even then, I'll give it a strong score of 8 out of 10. Now let's see how good the boot on the Ford Freestyle Flair really is. Well, talking about the boot of the Ford Freestyle Flair, as you can see, it's a decent boot. It's a nice and square boot. There's no intrusion from the suspension as well. There's a bit of a ledge, but that's quite okay. If you're not used to going to the gym, then you can definitely pick up some stuff over the ledge and keep it down, so your back will also be in use, but it's a joke. It's decent, and for the car's size and shape and the segment this car is in, it's a respectable boot as well. Overall, I'll give the boot of this car a decent score of 8. Well, so here I am driving the Ford Freestyle now. Now remember, this car comes with two engine options. There's a petrol and a diesel. And today we're talking about the petrol only because this is the petrol version of the car. It's a 1.2 liter engine which makes about 94 bhp of power, and 94 bhp makes it the most powerful engine in the premium hatchback space. And this really is a premium hatchback which offers you a little more style and a little more swag, and it does look a little bit like a crossover, so it is in that category. But the good part about this engine is that it's a very rev happy engine. It's a very silent engine. In fact, when I started this car, I wasn't sure if it's on or off. It's that silent, that quiet. So that's something which is very good about this car. And even when you rev it hard, it remains relatively quiet inside the cabin. So the cabin isolation also has been taken care of very well by the engineers at Ford. Now this car also comes with a very slick gearbox, a very sneaky unit, and sometimes you'll just be changing gears for the heck of it because you'll be enjoying it so much. It's really one of the better gearboxes I've used in a long time on any small affordable hatchback. So that's something very unique about this car as well. On all Fords, all across segments, the best part is of course the dynamics, and it's no different on the Freestyle, and it's no different on this car. You can see that the steering wheel is a joy to operate. It's got the right amount of weight in it. It's neither too firm that you start feeling irritated and tired, and neither is it so light that you start feeling nervous on the highway. So it's got the right amount of weight, and it's got the right amount of feedback as well. It gives you exactly the kind of feedback that you want, and as much as you turn the steering wheel, the car will also respond accordingly. It really is one of the best steering wheels on any car at this price point. What you'll also enjoy is the ride comfort, and Ford engineers really have tuned the suspension very well on this car. The ride comfort is exemplary. If you're driving it in the city and you're taking it up over those bumpy patches of road, those badly patched roads, this car will filter all those bad roads on the outside. And of course, if you drive it on the highway, it remains rock solid, offers you great confidence, and definitely feels a whole lot more stable than your last girlfriend ever did. So in all those departments, the Ford Freestyle Flair truly does fly with exemplary colors and really does offer you a load of confidence when you drive this car out there on the road. In fact, this is one of those cars which you will simply enjoy driving, and if you're in a bad mood, you're on a down day, you're having a bad day at office or a bad day at home, and all you need to do is just pick up the keys of this car, take it out for a spin, and maybe in 15 minutes or 20 minutes or half an hour, your mood will truly be lightened. So this really is one of those cars which puts a smile on your face. Performance from the 1.2 liter petrol engine is more than satisfactory, and as I just said, it's a rev happy engine. You can rev it up all the way to its rail line of about 6,000 rpm. Performance is available in the loads, and even at the lower end of its RPM band, it does deliver good performance because it doesn't feel lazy or hesitant to respond to your inputs. So overall, it's a nice engine, a nice gearbox, a nice steering wheel, and the ride also is very good. So in the driving department alone, this car passes with flying colors, and I reckon this is one of those few cars which I will give a high score of 95 out of 100 in the driving department. Very happy with the Ford Freestyle Flair. And before I forget, there's a special mention that I have to make about this car, and that is that this car comes with anti-roll bars in the front, which means that this is one of those few cars which offers you active as well as passive safety so that all the occupants are safe. And of course, it also comes with the option of 6 airbags in the top of the line version. So anti-roll bars, traction control, 6 airbags, and a host of other multiple things makes it one of the most safest cars in the segment. Well, so if you're in the market for a premium hatchback but want something different from the usual, you want something which offers you a load of personality on the outside, you want a car which has a lot of swag, a little bit of muscle, and looks like a crossover, then this is a very good option. And apart from these things, it also is very good to drive, and it also offers you a peace of mind factor when you sit inside it because it really does feel very safe and secure. It's built very well. So overall, what I'm trying to say is that I recommend a buy for the new Freestyle. You should definitely go ahead and check it out at a dealership near you, and I'll give it a strong score of 90 out of 100. It's definitely a car which gets a double thumbs up from my side. So bye for now, and thanks for watching.